get out, but we know that the number of accredited voters in Delta State is no more than 850,000, less than 850,000. If tomorrow we hear a result that shows that the combined number of votes of the APC, PDP, and other parties exceeds 850,000, we will have every reason to reject it, and we have every reason to challenge it in the tribunal. So we are watching this very closely. We have a very, very efficient situation room, and we have these numbers. We receive them live, real time, as they were being sent to INEC. We have the same numbers, and wherever we believe that the process did not go as it should, whether we win or not, it is our intention to challenge it, to correct it, because the credibility of the election and the honor of Nigeria is at stake, and we intend to preserve that.
Mallam El-rufai, you seem so sure of the numbers by which it can be ascertained that your party won the election, or that the party that is opposing your party did something maybe that was untoward to get those numbers. How can you be so sure? Isn't the purpose of elections to find out how wide a margin one will win if one does?
We have agents at polling units, at ward collation centers, at local government collation centers, and they're sending us these results. It is the same results that are collated and brought to INEC. Where the numbers don't add up, there must be an explanation, because we are getting the same numbers. So this is why we are so confident. We are absolutely confident that if the fidelity of the numbers is maintained, this election is done, and President Jonathan should be writing his handover notes from tonight.
Now, well, I find that...
let me just interpret a question at Mallam El-rufai. Now, given the emergent pattern of voting and results that are available now, are you bothered about that pattern? The candidate of your party, General Muhammadu Buhari, came out strong, or has come out strong in the political and geographical north, while the candidate of the PDP, President Goodluck Jonathan, has come out very strong in the South-South and Southeast. I know that you alleged that there are manipulations in the South-South and Southeast. Indeed, you used a particular word that you believe that the candidates were sabotaged there. But if we discount that, are you really bothered that rather than voting and results in tandem with voting, taking an ideological or class pattern, it's appearing that it's taking a semblance of ethno-geopolitical grouping and coming together
I think
to
you're
block
wrong.
support.
I think you're completely wrong.
Block oppose. Are you bothered about that?
I think you're forgetting that General Buhari won
the issue
of
national cohesion,
Western states.
national solidarity, so that if your party were to win the election, you feel that it is something that we have to deal with as a country. Are you bothered about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm bothered. But I think your taxonomy is flawed, in the sense that General Buhari did not only win in the north. He won 5 out of 6 southwest states and only marginally lost Ekiti State. So he's more of a national figure. The PDP has become a party of the southeast and south-south now. It's no longer a national party, because the PDP has been wiped out almost completely in the north. Okay? Now, that is very worrying for me as a Nigerian, but this is the result of 6 years of Jonathanian division. President Goodluck Jonathan became president on a massive goodwill that cut across every part of this country, but he squandered it, and designed and implemented a deliberate policy of dividing the country along religious, regional, and ethnic lines. And this is the result we are seeing today. And what worries me, and I'm concerned for General Muhammad Buhari, is that he has to spend an unusual amount of time in healing and reconciliation, because this country has been sharply divided by Jonathan policies of deliberate division and corruption and impunity that tends to treat certain parts of the country as if they are not citizens. Now, this is what we have to deal with. Happily, General Muhammad Buhari is an old general. He is mature, he is patient, and he will take the time to heal these wounds and bring this country back together. And hopefully, the next election cycle will not be so deeply defined and divided along regional lines as we have seen. It's unfortunate, but this is the result of Jonathanian policies.
Mallam El-rufai, I have a question for you. I know that earlier on Monday, your party was certain that you had won FCT, and when the results were announced, you did not, your party did not. So my question is, do you anticipate any upset? You are so certain that your candidate is going to win the presidential election by, you've actually mentioned the margin of votes, about 3 million. Do you leave any room for doubt for possible upset, in the sense that some of the results have not yet been collated for all the local government areas in all the states? And if there's an upset, a possible upset, how will your party react to that?
Well, look, first, let me correct the FCT. I do not think we lost the FCT. Jonathan won the FCT by a small margin, but check out the 2 House of Reps members are APC. The 1 senator is APC, so we won, okay? I don't know what magic was played, but we won all the seats in the National Assembly in the FCT, so we won. It depends on what you mean by winning, all right? But coming back to your question, as I said, these figures, we have them. They are the same figures that INEC has. We know that there are attempts, as we speak, overnight, to cook up figures in Delta State and in Cross River State, 1 or 2 other states were aware. Unfortunately, the number of accredited voters in this state is well known. We have them. INEC has them. So nobody can come up with any figures higher than the total number of accredited voters. And even when we factor that in and allow all the votes in favor of the PDP, we still win by more than 3 million votes. So it is virtually impossible to change this outcome, okay? It is virtually impossible. With PDP, anything is possible, and it's a party of impunity, and we have lived through 6 years of Jonathanian impunity, so anything is possible. Fortunately, INEC has shown a commitment to be even-handed and fair in discharging its duties under the Constitution and the law. So we are confident. We are quite confident. And if some funny figures come out, we will, of course, resist and we will challenge them.
Now, apart from the presidential polls, you personally will be contesting the seat of governor in Kaduna State in a matter of days. How hopeful are you that the people of Kaduna State will come out for you in the same way that they came out for General Buhari?
Well, I am hopeful that they will. Of course, General Buhari is a political phenomenon unmatched in Nigeria's history. I do not expect that the people of Kaduna State will come out the way they did for General Buhari, but I'll only hope and pray that they would. We are going to resume campaigning from Thursday. We will try to sell our programs. We'll try to show the alignment between our programs and that of President Buhari's government at federal level. And we hope that they will come out and vote for the APC once again in the way that they have done.
At this point, Mallam El-rufai would like to say thank you so much for your perspectives on the